So my story started in 2020 during the George Floyd protest held right here in Marin City. I had just moved to Marin after living in Washington, D.C., and like so many, I was deeply shaken by George Floyd's murder. In response, the synagogue I belonged to, Road of Shalom, formed anti-racist learning circles, and I joined one. In over 6 weeks, we read and discussed the book, Me and White Supremacy. And it was the hardest inner work I've ever had to do. I had always seen myself as a liberal and progressive, but that process made me confront my own internal biases. It was painful, and it changed me. From there, I was determined not to just think differently, but to act differently. So I took the surge training. I read books like Caste and The Color of Law, which further opened my eyes to the deep roots of systemic racism in our country. I reached a tipping point. I thought, I just can't read and reflect. I need to do something, even if it's small, even if I really screw it up. So that intention led me here to Marin City on a journey to be of service. I started by volunteering with Felicia Gaston. During the pandemic, I delivered food to seniors at Village of Doudoua, and I even got bitten by a dog. Later, I became a vaccine buddy, helping residents to get to their appointments. And I remember one woman in particular. She was nervous and hesitant, and she told me it was the first time she'd ever been vaccinated. As we drove to her appointment, she opened up about her mistrust of the healthcare industry. And that ride reminded me, this work is personal. It's about trust, and it's about showing up. And then came a turning point. I met Royce McLemore from Golden Gate Village. She's a tour de force, if you all know her. When I asked her what she needed, she said, emphatically, advocates. She graciously agreed to give us tours of Golden Gate Village, and from that, we recruited the Friends of Golden Gate Village team. And through this work, I met incredible people across Marin, Pastor Floyd, Reverend Scott Clark, all here, Barbara Bogard, Lisa Bennett, and I've been lucky to learn from their example and their mentorship. And as advocates, we had to continually remind ourselves that the Marin City leaders always set the agenda. We were there to support them in whatever they needed. It wasn't our agenda. And together we marched. We wrote letters to the IJ, we raised funds, we showed up to the Board of Supervisors meetings, and basically we caused a lot of ruckus. Sometimes we won, sometimes we didn't, but we always helped move the needle. Then I met Pastor Floyd, a true force of nature, as we all know. When he shared his vision for Come to the Table, I immediately said, yes, and how can I help? And through all of this, I felt nothing but gratitude. Grateful to have met and worked alongside the people of Marin City. People with deep wisdom, enormous talent, and an unwavering commitment to their community. People who've endured challenges that the most of the rest of us in Marin County will never really truly understand. And I'm in awe of the Marin City leaders, of their resilience, your strength, your spirit. And I only hope I can continue to be of service. Come to the Table in particular has been a labor of love for me and for everyone on our organizing committee, and we are deeply grateful to be part of it. And I want to end by saying, I am not unique. There are many people in Marin who have stepped up in solidarity, but we need to do more. More people need to stand up, to show up, to raise funds, to volunteer, and to use whatever influence they have to support Marin City, as well as the other underserved communities in the Canal and West Marin. The work is far from over, but together we can make the needed changes to make Marin County a much better place to live. So thanks.
Thank you very much. Internalized racism, what happens, the journey, and what the effect is.